Greetings, Shalom, Honorable Mayor, LA Mayor Eric Garcetti, my friend. Like all the other public health orders that you have issued due to or to stop rather, the spread of the Wuhan, China COVID 19 virus throughout LA, the hand washing code, as with the social distancing code, as with the shelter in house or stay home order, your hand washing order is a mockery to U.S. citizens whom are homeless, particularly those who are encamped and entrapped in downtown Los Angeles, in the Central City East District area dubbed Skid Row, wherein over 90% of the homeless persons there living on the sidewalks, etc., are United States Black citizens. These are the descendants of the chattel slaves upon whose ancestors' backs this incredible nation of immigrants is built. It is a mockery to tell them to frequently wash their hands due to the circumstance and the situations that they have been forced to acclimate to, even become a culture by the pressures of our mainstream society. It is literally impossible for them to frequently wash their hands to prevent the spread of the virus. And this you know, as they're not practicing safe social distancing. It's impractical. Recently, I found out that District Court Judge David O. Carter has now ordered you to provide hand washing facilities for these U.S. citizens, many of whom are United States military veterans. And thank God, sir, you are obeying him. You're going to obey him, and you're going to provide these facilities by the thousands, apparently, because the encampments are not just in downtown LA alone, but they're throughout the city. And of course, you have individuals wandering about the city, touching things. I applaud you for obeying. I applaud the judge who went there for himself to get a first-hand witness of what has been going on in downtown Los Angeles. However, this matter of sanitation as it relates to homeless people, encampment people on the sidewalks, etc., has been an issue for 35 years of my participation in the matter. When I willingly became homeless and lived on the sidewalks of Skid Row, downtown LA, to learn what this is, to seek its causes, and to seek resolution to it, one of the things we discovered right away was the sanitation issue. That's front and center. That's a number one issue. You remember the Justiceville shantytown located on Gladys Street on Skid Row between 5th and 6th Street, which was began January 1985, and it was bulldozed and shut down on May the 10th, 1985, under the administration of Mayor Tom Bradley. I think about that time you were just barely a late teenager or early 20s. And right in an alley right next door to the hippie kitchen, the Catholic worker that fed homeless people, there was an alley. And in that alleyway, there was an indentation. And every morning, as people would line up to go in down the alleyway into the kitchen to eat, to get food to eat, there was what we dubbed the river of piss. But people had peed in the streets all night. And of course, there was defecation around the area as well. In order to combat that, we Justiceville homeless men and women activists contacted Andy Gump, the sanitation porta potty guy. We became friends. And we expressed to him our sanitation concerns as homeless people because the city, and primarily the county Public Health and Safety Department, was not providing sanitation for us who were forced to live the culture of street life. So he agreed, and he encouraged 3 of his competitors to unify and put up 4 porta potties for us, and that they would take turns cleaning them out. And we would maintain the cleanliness of it and maintain the safety of the facilities. Well, instead of the county and the city working with our innovation and our willingness to do better, they shut us down and they bulldozed us and they cited us with violation of public health and safety. Yet at the same time, they said putting us back on the sidewalk is also a violation of public health and safety. But this time, it was their violation because we had to go back to urinating and defecating in the streets and unable to wash our hands. Go, sir. Go to Amazon and look up Justiceville. It only costs you, I think, $1.99. It's a 20-minute video. It's an Emmy Award-winning video, 1988. And you will see the evidence that we tried. Not only that, but we went to the mayor of Los Angeles and the county, and we asked them, we gave them an idea. We said, to fight the sanitation issue and the spread of disease, we said, put up porta potties, set out porta potties. But don't just leave them out there. You must hire some of the upward mobile homeless persons in the shelters, the missions, or even a couple guys from Justiceville. Hire them, I think it was at the time, $8.50 an hour was the minimum wage. And they would work 2, 4, 8 shifts, 24/7. They would have handy wipes so people can wipe their hands when they came out because there was no water available. And we would have water for them and literature. And they would oversee the facility to make sure that no one was going in doing drugs or prostituting or whatever they were up to. And we said, provide each worker with a phone so they could be in touch with a base and in touch with the LAPD. And LAPD, a central division, would run their patrols by periodically just to ensure their safety in case someone wanted to come along and bogart their way into the facility or disobey our rules, and pay them $8.50 an hour. Instead, the chief deputy of Mayor Bradley said, it's not worth it to pay homeless people that kind of money. to be productive. They did not, for some reason, want us to have a vision of hope and progressiveness. A few years later, after still advocating this issue, we went to Jan Perry, Councilwoman Jan Perry, the 9th District, and we explained this concept to her. But instead of her working with us homeless guys who had the idea, the councilwoman elected to spend hundreds of thousands, millions of taxpayers' dollars on those self-cleaning toilets she saw up in San Francisco. And we warned and said, that's not gonna work. They said it would, push us aside and did it anyway. And sure enough, it failed miserably. Taxpayers paid a lot of money for that. And the people continued to urinate and defecate in the streets. And one of the things we pointed out then, Mayor Eric, my friend, was that the urination and the defecation that was going into the streets, when it would rain, that filth would wash into the gutters, into the sewer system, straight out to the Santa Monica Bay. We were saying it in the 80s, sir. To no avail. Now here we are again. I would like to advise you, sir. Even you don't have to work with me and my team. That's fine. Just take this advice, sir, and apply it. I propose to you, with these hand washing facilities you're going to bring out, fine. I propose that you go to the shelters and get some of the upward mobile homeless individuals, or some of them in the encampments that has mobility, upward mobility, and you hire them at minimum wage. Put them in 2, 4, 8 shifts, round the clock, 24/7, not just the daytime, but nighttime. Do what I said. Give them phones and resources so that they can maintain the facility and keep it clean, and alert the sanitation department or whatever agency to say, we're out of water or we're out of this, we need that, and they come immediately. And of course, the police, the LAPD, will patrol regularly to keep people from violating. Do that, sir. Do that. And you will encourage people, the homeless that are there, local businesses and residents, they'll realize that you, sir, are being a leader with innovation. And then I would suggest to you again, bring back the porta potties. Now, years ago, when we first proposed this, and this was before Ms. Perry put up these self-cleaning toilets, the chief deputy, or I think was someone in the SRO, I can't mention the name, SROs, I can't mention the leader's name, but they went on anyway and put up porta potties. And I said to them, we said to them, don't do that. They said, well, I thought you wanted porta potties, but not without the other amenities. You got to have people to do security, to keep it clean, etc., etc. Oh, no, we're not going to pay the homeless to do that. Wow. And sure enough, it became a mess. And then I was blamed. That's Ted Hayes' idea. See, it doesn't work. My friend, for your sake, for homeless people's sake, for business sake, for Santa Monica Bay's sake, for everybody else's sake in the city, please do that. You know, before the virus came around, people throughout the city was fussing at you because of the increase in rats and the infestation of rats and the disease of listeria and potentially cholera and other things like that. And some people began to panic and say, it's time to bring in the National Guard and round them up and take them out of town. This is before the virus, sir. Now, whenever and if ever this present virus is declared over, you know, and I know, and everybody else knows, there will be more. What are you going to do with these people? And you know, because of this virus, but the economy has dropped, more people are going to become homeless, far more. Where are they going to go? You cannot build housing and shelters fast enough to meet these people. More folks are dropping into homelessness than you are able to get out of homelessness. What are you going to do? Where is your exodus plan? Sir, I've shared with you. I shared with you back in June 2019 an exodus plan, what we can do. But for whatever reason, your advisors have counseled you to not work with me. That's okay. I'm going to continue to send you videos and everybody else in this city and in this country what I'm sharing with you. And you take this advice and you apply it. You don't have to have my team and I at the table. I understand. I understand. I'm a controversial person, and people think certain things about me, and that's fine. That's their opinion. But, sir, my friend, your father was a friend of mine, is a friend of mine, and he helped me to devise this exodus plan called the JSAP. You know, the Joint Statement and Action Plan of the Law Enforcement Working Group. On his behalf, and my friendship with him and with you, and my respect for him, I offer you this advice. Give me a call, sir, if you want to. Thank you. Bless you. God bless you and everyone that's working with you to resolve these issues. I stand at the ready if you do need me, if you want to do that. Okay? Thank you, my friend Eric Garcetti. See you